Hey, it's a great day at Barron Star. Let's talk about the rhythm of a day at the races. If you've never been to the races before, you probably have no idea how long to plan on being there, what you're going to do while you're there, when the best time to go grab something to eat is, or maybe when might be the best time to hit the restroom. Let me pass along some tips and help you decide. Now, if you've been to a Major League ball game before, you know that the rhythm of the day is the home team goes out in the field, they warm up, and then the visiting team gets their bats in the top of the inning. You have the middle of the inning where the teams switch sides, and then the home team gets their shot in the frame. And it continues on with the home team and the visiting team, and then the home team and the visiting team and the home team. And the rhythm keeps going that way up until the seventh inning stretch, which is going to be your last chance to grab a bite to eat before the game ends. And all in all, you're going to end up spending about 3.5 hours. Well, if you've never been to the races before, how do you know what to expect? What do you plan for? Well, just like a baseball game, there's a rhythm to the day. And it's going to start off about 20 minutes before the first race. The hot walkers are going to bring the horses for the first race into the saddling paddock. The saddling paddock is where the horses are going to get dressed for the race. And they're going to get their saddle towels with their number on it and their saddles put on. And if necessary, they'll put a set of blinkers on if the horse runs with blinkers. And we'll talk more about this in a later video. But while they're doing that, you're going to have either the track announcer or possibly a paddock host going on the live feed on the television within the track. And they're going to give you their ideas on who they expect to win the race. The jockeys, meanwhile, are in their locker room or the jocks room getting ready for the race. They're putting on the silks, and the silks identify the owners for each horse. And when the jocks come out of the jocks room, they're going to get their instructions from the trainer to see how the trainer wants them to run the race. And they'll visit with the owners for a little bit until they hear the call, "Riders up!" And then they'll go and get on the horse with a leg up from the trainer. As the horses are led over to the racetrack, you're going to hear the bugler blow what's called the call to post. This lets everybody know that the horses will be parading in front of the grandstand very shortly. That's called the post parade. And when the horses come out for the post parade, that gives everybody a chance to judge the whole horse flesh. Now, you may not know anything about the horse flesh, but I'll tell you a little cheater's way of figuring it out a little bit later. Once the race is run, all the horses will return back to the area around the winner's circle. The jocks will go back to the jock room, but the winner and his jock will have his picture taken with the owners and the trainer. After the winner gets his picture taken, all the horses go back to the barn to cool down and get a nice bath. If you watch the horses heading back to the barns, you'll see another group of horses headed back over to the saddling paddock. Those are the horses for the second race. And the whole process takes about 30 minutes. It'll just continue in the same process over and over throughout the day. If you want to know how long you're going to be out at the races on a day, well, just go ahead and plan on being there about a half hour before the first race. And then plan on an hour for every 2 races. So if there's 8 races for that day, you can figure you're going to be at the track for about 4 hours. Now, during that time, you're going to want to use the restrooms, aren't you? Well, here's a quick little tip. Almost everybody goes to the restroom after the race. So if you don't want to face the lines, go in while they're running. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, please comment below, subscribe, and visit my website. I'll see you at the track.